This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Monday means it's Modern Monday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and we have a spicy Blood Moon deck to check out this week. This is 8 Moon Aggro. We've played a lot of Blood Moon decks in Modern because I'm a big fan of Blood Moon, but this was a little bit different. It's kind of like mono red aggro slash almost burn-ish, but with 8 Blood Moon thrown in just to stick it to the opponent. And it comes to us from Sunny Lai, who took it to a top 8 finish in a small Japanese tournament. So congrats to Sunny on a really sweet deck. A quick reminder before we break down 8 Moon Aggro for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you want to see it made into videos, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. Oh yeah, also worth mentioning, someone asked on the stream the other week, what is the cheapest Blood Moon deck I can build? And this one's pretty close. This one's only $290 in paper, 204 ticks online, a lot of that money going for a couple of sideboard cards, along with the Blood Moon effects itself, so pretty cheap for a Blood Moon compared to like Free Win Red, Mono Red Prison, which is really expensive with Ensnaring Bridges and Chalice of the Voids and all that, so worth keeping that in mind as well. Anyway, let's talk 8 Moon Aggro, starting with the 8 Moon. So, along with Blood Moon proper, we also have the full 4 copies of Magus of the Moon, which is a Blood Moon, exact same mana cost, except it's on a 2/2 body. So, Blood Moon, better in most situations because it doesn't die as often. Magus of the Moon, Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push, Swords of Plowshare take it down. However, it is kind of nice to have a Blood Moon effect that is able to attack if we want to, and in some matchups, it does survive as well. Like some decks don't have that much creature removal, or we cut them off their creature removal with the Blood Moon effect itself. So plan A of this deck is slamming a Blood Moon as quickly as possible. While we're not all in on the ritual plan, we do have Simian Spirit Guide to speed things up. In theory, on turn 1, double Simian Spirit Guide Blood Moon, our opponent just can't play Magic most likely. On turn 2, it only takes 1 Simian Spirit Guide to get down a Blood Moon, so getting a Blood Moon down quickly is super helpful. The unique part about this deck is the non-Blood Moon plan. So we're not playing a Prison deck, we're not playing a Planeswalker deck, we're kind of janking our opponent out with creatures. We have some weird taxing creatures that are also fairly aggressive. Harsh Mentor, Rampaging Ferocidon, get in random incidental damage to our opponent. If our opponent activates an ability on an artifact, creature, or land, they take 2 damage. So that means if they crack a fetch land, or if they're playing something like Lantern Control, good God, are they in trouble. So Harsh Mentor deals incidental damage while also being on curve. Rampaging Ferocidon not only shuts down lifelink, but it has a big body as a 3/3 for 3 with menace, so it's hard to block, and it just randomly pings our opponent as creatures enter the battlefield. We will take a little bit of damage because we do play some creatures as well, but we have the burn spells, we have the Blood Moon, so we should be breaking the symmetry on Ferocidon, and shutting down life gain can be very helpful against decks like Soul Sisters or anything that can gain huge chunks of life. Not allowing our opponent to gain that life, important to our plan of closing out the game quickly. So post Blood Moon, Harsh Mentor, Rampaging Ferocidon kind of attacks our opponent. Then for dealing with creatures, we have a couple of creatures of our own. Goblin Chain Whirler, kind of catching on in the Modern format. It is efficient, a 3/3 first strike is not bad, pinging everything is sometimes great, like against Lingering Souls or Tokens decks. It is often fine if you're killing like a Noble Hierarch Birds of Paradise, and worst case, pinging the opponent for 1 and getting a 3/3 is not a horrible deal, even in like a control matchup where it's at its worst. Grim Lavamancer takes advantage of some of the burn spells that's going in our graveyard to let us shoot our opponent's face and take down their creatures along the way. Only a 1 of though. And then we have at the top end of our curve, Hazoret the Fervent, our big indestructible hasty finisher to come down and close things out. Also works well with a kind of like weird burn plan of the deck, since we can discard extra cards to throw 2 damage at our opponent's face, but mostly just looking to curve out, empty our hand, smash in with these creatures while our opponent's having a hard time recovering thanks to the Blood Moons. So it really takes advantage of the theory that when you have a Blood Moon down, the thing you want to do most is just close out the game as quickly as possible. decks like Tron, they will beat a Blood Moon. They'll cast their stuff naturally eventually, but if you can play a Blood Moon and kill your opponent quickly, it's really hard for a lot of decks to recover. The final part of the deck is a bunch of bird spells. So Fork Bolt can take down a couple of small creatures, can just shock our opponent's face. Lightning Bolt, you know what that one does. Best burn spell ever printed. Searing Blaze, a little weird because we don't have fetch lands, so we're hoping to like hold back a land drop, play the land drop, hit our opponent for 3, and take down one of their creatures, but all ways to throw additional damage at our opponent's face. And when you combine that with random damage from Rampaging Ferocidon, or a couple damage from Harsh Mentor, or pinging from Goblin Chain Whirler or Hazoret, all that adds up to us just killing our opponent with these really odd, weird sources of burn backed by Blood Moon. Mana base, bunch of mountains, 4 Ramanop Ruins. With 21 lands, we probably won't activate Ramanop Ruins very often, but it's going to be a mountain a lot of the time anyway, thanks to Blood Moon. And then if the game goes really long, it is a way we can just throw a couple of extra points of damage at our opponent's face to close things out. Sideboard, Anger the Gods to deal with go-wide creature decks. Dragon's Egg as a way to gain life against opposing aggro decks. Relic for Graveyard, Surgical kind of graveyard/combo hate. Shattering Spree to deal with a bunch of artifacts. And that is 8 Moon Aggro for Modern. And that's our instant deck for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.